like to welcome again once I like to welcome everyone once again to Social Ghost Talk Radio. We are on SGR 81.4 FM The Heat. Today my very special guest, we're gonna just say today, Chanel Jackson. So look, they can see you on the screen now. And we kind of spoke and you were able to kind of talk with the people on the radio a little bit. But I appreciate you coming through once again to kind of chill with us. And like I said, we want to talk about you and the things you've been doing, what you have going on, and what you're doing and what you have done. We want to go past, present, and future with you, because like I said, we're in the flower shop business and we like to give people their flowers.
Thank you.
So how are you feeling today? Like I said, once again, I
am.
really appreciate you coming to sit down with me.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity to come and sit down. And I feel fine today. I'm just ready to get into this interview. Look, what do the people want to know? What do they want to hear? Let's go.
Okay. So look, the reason why we're here, because you've been doing a lot of big things with family helping families. And I think it's a thing to talk more about it, because a lot of people when the G Unit is it G Unity Foundation?
Yes, G Unity Foundation.
They had a situation, and then there was a lot of people in the general public asking, like, well, what was the criteria? And then you had some people like, well, what did these people do? And you're one of the recipients
Yes.
of that. So we want to kind of talk about helping families first. And we will be right back, y'all. We're going to play this video so y'all can actually get to know a little bit more about family helping families. We'll be right back. This is Social Goats Talk Radio, SGR 81.4 FM The Heat. We'll be right back.
Families Helping Families Region 7 is a local nonprofit resource center for individuals of all ages with disabilities. We help families navigate the maze of available disability services. We also offer support and socialization groups, as well as training opportunities. Families Helping Families is here to empower, inspire, and walk with you, all free of charge at our Bossier City Resource Center. Give us a call at 318-226-4541.
All right, so y'all were able to just see that video. So tell us a little bit about Family Helping Families. This is Region 7. So how many regions is it total?
So there are 9 regions total. And so Families Helping Families Region 7, we encompass Northwest Louisiana. So it's 9 parishes that make up Northwest Louisiana. And that includes, I always have to count it out, Bienville, Bossier, Caddo, Claiborne, DeSoto, Webster, Red River, Natchitoches, and Sabine.
Okay.
So we cover that whole area of Northwest Louisiana. And most of the time, individuals don't know about Families Helping Families unless they have a child with a disability.
Okay.
And so what we are is we are a resource and information center for individuals with disabilities and their families. So we let family members know about the different services that are available to them in their area, whether it is a local service or whether it is a state service.
Okay.
Most of the time, when our parents get that disability diagnosis, they're not told anything. They're just told, hey, your child has autism. But what we do, because we are parents ourselves, is we help our parents to navigate those different services, to find the ABA centers, to find the OTs, to find the physical therapy and the speech therapy, to try to lessen that burden on our family so they don't have to go out and do that research for themselves. Because, look, it could be exhausting, Darren.
Okay.
When you get that diagnosis, you're in an emotional state. And for most of our parents, they're grieving. And what they're grieving is they're grieving of what they thought their child could be. So it's like a new normal for them. Like, oh, I thought my child was going to walk by this age or talk by that age. And they're comparing their kids to what they're seeing their nieces or nephews doing, or what they see their friend's child doing. And so they don't know where to turn for their child, and they're grieving that expectation.
Okay.
But see, what we like to do is we like to turn that grief into possibility.
Yeah.
So don't think about what your child can't do. Think about what your child is going to be able to do with those supports and those services in place. And that's why you come to Family Helping Families, because we've been there, we've done that, we're still going through it, and because of what we've been through, we know how to help another parent to get over those hurdles to ensure that their child are meeting their developmental milestones.
Okay. So look, we heard that, and look, we want to put this graphic up there of you, Miss Jackson. You actually had an award where it was pertaining to nonprofit. So break that down to us about this award. They can actually see it now. When you actually won this, you were the nonprofit.
Yes. So, with the Better Business Bureau of North West Louisiana, Families Helping Families was a finalist as one of the nonprofits of the year. I want to say it was two others, but Families Helping Families was a finalist. And we were a finalist because of the great things that we do in Region 7. Like I said, we're small, but we are definitely mighty in impact. We definitely believe in helping our families. We believe in helping other community members, and just a collaborative effort as a whole. And because of that, in 2025, we were acknowledged for being a nonprofit finalist of the year by the Better Business Bureau.
Oh, wow. So right now, like I say, what they can see that they're watching on social media, they can actually see you standing with your award, getting that nonprofit award for the Better Business Bureau. And I apologize. I don't know why, for some reason, that doesn't want to flow out of my mouth today.
I'm making them nervous, y'all.
See, I told you she play all day. Look, I'm trying to make sure I keep it because I know we go cut up. So now I want to show the image of you actually taking a picture with Mr. 50 Cent. So how was that experience for you to actually be up there with him and meeting that celebrity? How was he and how did he talk to you, treat you?
First off, all 50 do is smile. Curtis Jackson. All Curtis Jackson do is smile. It was definitely an honor to receive that award. He was so sweet. He was so just like humble. He was just like a regular, just like everyday person.
Yeah.
And for Families Helping Families, a small grassroots organization, to receive that award was definitely an accomplishment. Most of the time, organizations my size don't receive donations in that amount. They usually go to the bigger organizations. So the fact that he came back and he recognized 9 local small organizations, not national organizations, but 9 small local organizations, that was a big thing in our community. And we were just honored to be there. We were honored to be recognized for the hard work that we do in Region 7, and just to be honored by Curtis Jackson. Who wouldn't want to be honored by G Unit?
Right.
And so it was just definitely just, it was great. It was a great experience. I wouldn't change it for the world. Now, everything that came afterwards, that I said, there is no way I could be like a content creator, or like be a politician, or just be anything like that, because people will get on the internet. They don't know you.
Right.
They don't know your story, but they will make up all these things, and the masses will believe things that are not true. So I am so glad and thankful for the opportunity for you allowing me to come on the show and just put it out there that, Families Helping Families has been around for 18 years. I started Families Helping Families Region 7 18 years ago. I put in the time. I have the awards to see it, and I have the families to back up the good work that we do here in Region 7, Shreveport, Bossier, and the other parishes that we serve.
And look, I want to tip my hat. 18 years, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of skin in the game.
Yes.
And once again, I really appreciate you for what you're doing for the city of Shreveport, along with what you're doing. So if anyone actually wanted to help contribute to the cause, like what would be the recommended ways of reaching out to Family Helping Families, or if someone maybe needed resources or assistance, what would they need to do?
If they need resources or assistance, or they want to volunteer, I would definitely say to reach out to me. Our phone number is 318-226-4541, or they can send me an email at cjackson@fhfregion7.com. Also, if you know a child with a disability, or if you have a child with a disability and you want us to get in contact with you, you can always go to our website and make a referral. And our website is www.fhfregion7.com. You can just fill out that referral form there. It's a tab. It says make a referral. You click on that referral form, put your information in there. It'll come straight to us, and then someone from our office will call you and will assist you with whatever assistance you're looking for.
Yeah, I heard it here first. She has provided the information you need, the resources. Now, how do you feel about people personally contacting you? Because I'll be honest with you, when you hear about Family Helping Families, the way I'm even familiar with it, because I see you. Mm-hmm. So I automatically think you when they say Family Helping Families. So You don't want nobody inboxing you or anything like that, do you?
I mean, hey, if they want to like inbox me, that is fine. I get inboxes all the time, 2, 3 in the morning. It does not bother me because that's what I'm here for. I am here to provide support to families that need that support because I have been that family member at one point in time. I've needed support. I didn't know where to turn. And usually we're up that late at night like that thinking like, what can I do for my child? What services are out there for my child? What can make my child better? And so, I mean, I understand, I get it. So I have no problem with anyone inboxing me. I have no problem with anyone calling, asking for me directly. I will try to help you to the best of my ability. And I just want to put this out here, Darren, because I get this all the time. People often ask me, well, Chanel, how did you get started? Like, what made you want to do this? And I always tell them it wasn't something that I chose. It chose me.
Okay.
I was approached about this position back in 2008. And I remember ironing clothes for the interview, getting ready for the interview. At that time, I want to say my son was probably like 5 or 6 years old.
Okay.
He came to me and he brought me a children's Bible. And he said, Mom, I want you to read this for me. And I was like, I don't have time to read this. You know, I'm trying to get ready for this interview. I'm trying to get my mind right. And he just kept insisting that I read this verse out of this children's Bible to him.
Yeah.
And so when I took the Bible, it was 1 Chronicles 28 chapter 10th verse. And it said, God has chosen you to build his temple. So be strong and do the work. So I read it and I looked at him and I read it again. God has chosen you to build his temple. So be strong and do the work. And I asked him, I said, well, where did you hear this from? Like, where did you get this from? Is this something that you learned in school, in Bible school? I mean, what is it? And he just took the Bible and walked off. And I said that to say, for 18 years, I have been strong and I've been doing the work. And that's why I said, this isn't a job for me. I know that this is my purpose. This is my passion. And so I don't mind helping another parent to find those services and find those resources for their child. Because, hey, it's Family Saving Families. It's who we are. It's what I do.
Okay. So, look, you know, we wanted to sit on here. I wanted to get you on here and talk about family helping families. But, you know, we want to talk about you. Like I said, we are in the flower business. So, look, we're going to go. You know, we're going to kind of rewind and kind of reflect, take you back. Today is Wednesday, so we're going to go way back Wednesday with you, and we're going to come back to the current. So we're going to pull up a graphic, and I just want to kind of talk about, you know, I want you to talk about this and tell me how you felt, your thoughts, you know, and we're going to go from here. So, okay, we're going to go back. You were nominated for the 40 Under 40. Talk about that. How did you feel about that when it happened?
So I was actually, in 2015, I was a 40 Under 40 honoree.
Okay.
And so I was 39 years old. I was 39 years old and a 40 Under 40 honoree. And that was a great time. When I got the nomination, I was shocked because I was like, wow, they nominated me. But then when I actually got selected, that was a whole nother story because when I got in there, I realized that people had been trying to become a 40 Under 40 for years. I had met people that had applied like 3 and 4 times and they had just received it.
Yeah.
I only applied once and I got it. Yeah. And I think it's because of the work that I do and people see my passion behind it. People see that it's not a job and people see that I really care. And people see that the life that I live, I'm all about inspiring people, encouraging people, just always uplifting people. And so it was definitely a big accomplishment for me. And I think that also just catapulted me on another level. And it also made me want to do more for the families that we served.
Okay. So, now I know you are in a sorority, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Did that actually kind of gear you and actually kind of train you to be in these positions that you're in?
I think that service is important and definitely community service. But I can say this. I can remember being a young girl and just being in elementary school and a part of the choir and everything. And we used to always go to Shriners. And I used to love going to Shriners. It was just something about going to Shriners and something about just being around those kids. And I had a cousin. And at that time, you know, he just had a disability. But as I got older, I realized that he had autism. But back then, they wasn't calling it autism. So when I got into a sorority and became a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, we did a lot of community service.
Okay.
And because service is something that is near and dear to my heart, and that's one reason why I joined the sorority in which I did. And so it puts you in the area where service is a priority.
Okay.
And so it did help me in that aspect of my career, as well as just moving forward and just making sure that I became a servant, and it gave me the ability to become, a servant leader.
Okay. All right. So look, we go a little bit further down memory lane, and we're gonna bring up an image, and you like the African American Chamber of Commerce, correct?
No, that is actually the Shreveport.
Greater Shreveport Chamber of Commerce.
Greater Shreveport. The MBOA Award. So that's the Minority Business Opportunity Awards.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that. How did you get intertwined with that?
So again, I was nominated for the award.
Okay.
And so when you're nominated for these awards, they send you like this long packet. They ask you all these like questions that you have to fill out. You have to answer, and like it's really hard to talk about yourself,
Right.
You could talk about somebody else all day and say the great things that they've done and the great accomplishments that they've had, but when it comes to talking about yourself, it's kind of hard because we do great things every day, but we don't write them down.
Right.
And so one thing that these awards have taught me is that we need to start celebrating ourselves. We need to start celebrating our wins. We need to start documenting our own accomplishments. And that's what these awards do. So I got the packet, filled it out for nonprofit professional of the year. Didn't think anything else about it. I got it back saying, hey, you are a finalist. I'm like, a finalist? Okay, yay, I'm a finalist.
Okay.
Still went to the award ceremony. Still didn't think anything about it because, hey, I'm Shenda Chanel Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm not going to win this or whatever. Again, we never think about the impact that we have on people. So I'm sitting there after we've all gotten our recognition and we've all been honored. And then they say, we want to name the winner. And so they were just like, see Chanel Jackson. And my head just dropped. And I think that really was the first time that I felt like, oh my God, my community sees me.
Right.
After all these years, I'm finally being seen. I'm finally being recognized. But most importantly, I'm finally putting the disability community on the map. Everyone talks about all other organizations. You hear about the homeless. You
Right.
hear about, domestic violence. You hear about feeding the kids, backpack giveaways. But that population that you don't hear about a lot is disabilities. And so when I got that award, I knew right then and there that this was not going to be the last award.
Yeah.
And that I was going to continue to put disabilities in the forefront.
18 years, y'all. And we're going to continue to emphasize that. 18 years of service. We're going to continue to emphasize that and give this young lady her flowers concerning these situations. So we're going to play a video. And I know we kind of talked about this offline before the video. I guess this is your table. Was this your setup at your table?
Yes.
Okay, so
theme table. So that video actually was from an award ceremony that was held last Tuesday for the 50 under 50.
okay.
And so we had to decorate our own tables. So with April being Autism Awareness Month, and with us working with individuals with disabilities, I knew that I wanted an autism themed table.
Okay.
I knew that I wanted something that was bright. I knew I wanted something that was full of color, because when we're talking about autism has many spectrums. And so when you think about the rainbow and you think about the colors, all these beautiful colors, they come together and they make a beautiful canvas. And that's what autism is. Even though there's different ends and different sides of the spectrum, they come together in that person and they make a beautiful picture and a beautiful individual. So my staff member, Carla, you know, I told her, I said, hey, I want this, I want that. And she's like, oh, we could put it together. And so I told her, I said, hey, just get me all colors, get me all things autism. And that's what we did. We got all colors, we got all things autism that we could find. And we decorated that table, and we actually won the table decoration contest. So with that, we got $1,000 donated back to Families Helping Families.
Man, look, Family Helping Families, I don't know if y'all watching or can hear or see, this young lady deserves a raise. We got to get some more money in her pocket.
Tell them again.
Shoot, for the people in the back. Look, run her money.
Please, and now.
For real. So, okay. And they got to see the graphic of you actually winning the award at 50 under 50. So how was that experience for you? So actually to be a nominee
Yes.
at the 40 under 40, now you're a nominee at the 50 over 50. So
Yes.
talk about that.
So that was another humbling experience for me. And just to be amongst 49 other individuals in the Shreveport, Bossier, and surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Guys, we have some great people here. We have some good, awesome talent in that area. So I was just blown away just to be honored with them. And again, putting disability in the forefront.
Right.
I think I probably was the only person there that worked with people with disabilities. So I'm going to always put it in your face. So when you see me and you hear Families Helping Families, you're going to know that it is all about disabilities. It's who we are, it's what we do, and we're just here to let the community know that we're not going anywhere, and that, hey, if you need supports and services, then contact Families Helping Families Region 7.
Look, you heard it here first. So not only does this lady do what she do for the community and as her occupation, she's also an entrepreneur. So look, we're going to talk about the Evolution Growth Oil. And I think we already actually posted the graphic, but we're going to get into this conversation about the growth oil, what made you actually create this phenomenon and how long it actually has existed. But before you do that, we're going to play this video because we got to make sure we get the people to actually see how incredible this creation is.
I'm a small business, I don't carry a lot of inventory, and my website might not be top notch. And that's perfectly fine because I'm trying.
Chanel Jackson. So we just played the video about your Evolution Growth Oil. So how did this come about till you create this? You were on before the vision.
Yes.
Look, she's showing, look, you better market it. You better market it. Tell us how much it costs, how they can get it and everything.
All right, so Evolution Growth Oil is something that I created because I know that a lot of women, and I'm finding out that a lot of men suffer with hair loss. And sometimes it's hereditary, sometimes it's from alopecia, sometimes it's from medication, and sometimes those follicles just need to be waking up. And so what Evolution Growth Oil is, it is that have been known to stimulate your hair follicles and to promote growth.
Okay.
When I first started it was just something that I just whipped up in my kitchen. And I tried it on myself and I said, wow, this is working. So I told my mom about it and she was like, bring me some of that. So I remember going over to her house, and when I got there, 2 of my aunts were over there. They wanted some too.
Right.
So then I just started beta testing. So I started beta testing on my mom and my aunt first. And so we would get together weekly to see like what progress was being made, to see if it was really working. The formula has definitely changed maybe like 2 or 3 times. But the formula, I got it together now. And it is definitely has been a game changer for those who are using it. But one thing I want to preface and say, that remember, this is a growth oil, so it stimulates hair growth. This means that you still have to maintain a healthy hair routine. So you cannot go weeks and months without washing your hair, because all this oil is going to do is clog up your pores, and it's not going to increase that hair growth. So I do say that if you're going to use Evolution Growth Oil, make sure you have a healthy hair routine. And for some reason, it loves braids.
Okay.
It loves sister twist, any type of natural hair. This stuff works like wonders. This is the third year that I've had this stuff.
Okay, and I see the warning label. That's actually what I'm looking at. You got, is that a warning label or just all of the
It's just
ingredients?
some of the ingredients, and then
Okay.
it tells you how to use it and everything
Okay.
like that. So this is my third year doing the Evolution Growth Oil. And if you are interested in a bottle, you can definitely DM me. Or you can visit our Facebook, which is evolutiongrowthoil.com. DM me on there. Let me know you want a bottle. Bottles are $20. This bottle right here is a 4-ounce bottle. It usually lasts about maybe 2 months because you definitely don't want to over oil your hair and oversaturate your hair. So we're just doing little droplets and we're massaging it in our scalp. And usually most people see results in 2 weeks. Some have even said they've seen results in a week. It just all depends. But like I said, I always encourage people that when you're using this, take your before and after pictures so you can track your growth for yourself. It's a lot of oils out there. Not gonna say the name. They don't work too well. They really don't. But I think the good thing about Evolution Growth Oil is you have direct access to me. You know who you're buying this oil from. It's not coming from, just like somebody over the internet. It's not coming from just like a website. But if you have any questions or anything like that, you can always reach out to me and get this oil. Like I said, you can go to our Facebook page, evolutiongrowthoil.com. I'm sorry, Evolution Growth Oil is our Facebook page. Or you can look me up on Facebook, Csenda Chanel Jackson. That's Csenda Chanel, Chanel, last name Jackson. DM me and I will get you a bottle. There is local pickup in Shreveport Bossier. If you are outside the Shreveport Bossier area, I can definitely mail you a bottle, ship you a bottle, but there is an extra charge for shipping.
Okay, so when you did mention the ways that people can actually get it, and you did mention, you said Facebook. Now, what about for those people who may not have Facebook? Are you on Instagram with Evolution Growth Oil?
So Evolution Growth Oil is also on Instagram. It's under Evolution Growth Oil as well, and then we're also on TikTok. It's also under Evolution Growth Oil.
Okay.
Yes.
So you heard it here first. Anyone that aspires to have that oil, I actually have some oil, and she actually got on me. So I'm gonna actually use it on my beard. So is it a particular age, or will it be like an instruction manual, like people that can actually use the oil? Is it age?
So anyone can use the oil. I think the youngest person that we had to use the oil, I want to say she was maybe like 10 months. And she had real bad cradle cap, and she had some spots in the back of her hair. She used that oil, and within a week, everything cleared up. So you could be any age, you could be any gender, also any race. It does not matter. It works on hair, it works on beards, it works on wherever hair is. Wherever you want hair to grow, it can definitely grow. And I'll tell you another story. I had a mom that came to me, and her son had real bad eczema. And so he had a special type of shampoo and a special type of oil that he had to put in his hair. She ran out of his oil, and she did not have enough money to go and buy another thing of his oil just right then. So she used her Evolution Growth Oil on his hair. She said within 2 weeks, the eczema and just his scalp had cleared up tremendously. She doesn't even use the prescribed oil anymore she got from the dermatologist. She only used Evolution Growth Oil on his hair now.
That's amazing.
Yes. She said he used to hate getting his hair washed, and he used to cry all the time because his scalp hurt so bad. She said it has changed his life tremendously. She also said he had an area in his hair where he had a patch missing, and Evolution Growth Oil filled in that patch. So it definitely has some good herbs, some good healing properties in it. So if you have any type of scalp condition or anything like that, I've been told that it definitely helps with that as well.
Okay, so you have a lot of males. When we get older, we start to use our hair. Have you had the majority of your customers, have they been male or female? Has it been a healthy mix?
First they start off as female, but I will say this. I went to the Tuesday morning breakfast like a month or so ago. Okay. And all the older men wanted Evolution Growth Oil because, like you said, they were experiencing that thinning in their hair.
Correct.
And so some have reached back out to me and told me that their hair is filling in and their hair is growing. So like I said, it doesn't matter the age, it doesn't matter the race, it doesn't matter the gender. If you want your hair to grow, and if you still have healthy follicles, then it is going to stimulate those follicles and promote growth.
Oh, wow. Okay. Look, like I said, man, we're here. We are in the flower business, and we're here to give this young lady her flowers. And I don't think there's much more that I can say to continue to give you your flowers. But I do know, for those that are actually watching, we need to make sure we purchase this growth oil.
Yes.
We need to look out for this young lady. And, if you're in a community where you have a child that have disabilities and you need assistance, Family Helping Families, Region 7 in Shreveport, they will be a great resource for you. And once again, so I really appreciate you. Like I say, you've been on a platform. You've showed us a lot of love. So we're going to always continue to show you love. So is there anything coming that you want to tell us about?
We don't have anything coming up right now, but definitely follow us on Facebook, Family Helping Families Region 7. Follow Evolution Growth All on Facebook. I always post a lot of things that we're doing in the community on our Facebook page. And it's not just us, but it's just like other organizations too. It's an abundance of resources out there, and sometimes parents don't know where to turn. So definitely follow us on Facebook, Family Helping Families Region 7. Get connected with us, become a part of our tribe, and hey, let's get you and your loved one the services and the help that you need, and just be looking out for us more, because we are definitely going to be doing bigger and better things here in Region 7. And this is not the last time you will hear about Family Helping Families or Chanel Jackson.
Hey, well, you heard it here first. Once again, I really appreciate you coming to sit down, talking on the radio with us. For those that are watching on social media land, we got to get out of here. We can't play music on social media because, y'all have these things where I like to block our music. So, look, me and Miss Jackson are going to get on the radio for a second. I appreciate everyone that's been watching the live show. We're going to get on the radio. So, is there anything else you want to say before we get you out of here?
No.
Social media world? Okay, y'all.
Just
look.
bye.